Hey everyone, today we discuss implanting a tiny nanomachine in the body. Sounds sci-fi? It'll exit via the urethra in 24 hours. By then, they'll send feedback to the office, and what perfect timing that is. They found the two at the station, anxiously awaiting their first meeting with the baby. The mechanic sends trouble and yelled for them to run, only to be shot by a heartless mercenary. No time to mourn, they dashed off to a warehouse in a panic. Sarah nearly caused trouble for her teammate with her first stun gunshot as a mercenary attempted to enter. Well, she managed to give him a tough time, then John unleashed a punching spree. They fled and just made the maglev train at the last moment. Subtitles: the maglev train sped like lightning, forcing the mercenaries to order backup in Los Angeles. They made it to LA and found an info hub, following the mechanic's instructions to track down their address only to hit a dead end. John's was nowhere to be found, but Sarah's was linked to a superstar. Easy peasy. But when they got a kid on the line, little did they know they'd just been flagged by the police. Subtitle: John, using a mechanic's card, was suspected as a killer. Police caught them first. They had to tread carefully, ordering their team to launch a tracker and report to the shop manager. He commanded them to do whatever it takes to prevent the duo from being taken in once the cloning secret leaks his company. Meanwhile, the cops used facial recognition to find John's original address. Talk about a stroke of luck. Just 2 minutes from the precinct, the mercenaries launched an assault on a squad car, slamming it good while deploying smoke bombs. Amid the chaos, the two managed to escape, given how the cops were too busy to remember their real target. Those surprised mercenaries became the cops' priority, and bullets were flying as chaos erupted all around. But the situation hadn't really changed much. The mercs quickly scrambled for backup when they saw them slip away. They didn't complain. They hopped onto a moving truck just as the mercenaries buzzed by. The manager wasn't concerned about the fallout, claiming he'd handle the millions in damages later, like a pancake squeezed between a griddle. The pursuing mercenaries were caught completely off guard when the rolling wheels came crashing straight at them, instantly transforming the highway into a scene reminiscent of a comically exaggerated real-life car chase. John was still pushing those wheels, thinking it was just a show-off moment. Little did he know it was way trickier than the cops were coming back, and the mercenaries sent out flying motorcycles, still strutting their stuff on the battlefield. But when tasked to capture someone alive, they felt a little outmatched and trapped everywhere. John whipped out his chains with pinpoint accuracy and hit a foe. He quickly jumped on, riding something he'd never touched before, let alone flying bikes. But at that moment, he rode like a pro, almost like a god of the road. They surfed through the city skies, but still nothing satisfied them. Subtitles: John was simply never content, absolutely never satisfied, repeatedly showing his dissatisfaction, all while evading the pursuit of the planes. They plowed right into an ocean of chaos, their bikes losing power, sliding all the way and smashing through glass at the end. Luckily, they were just fortunate enough to grab hold of a sign up in the air. After some struggle, they finally scaled up, but being high up left no room for escape, and the mercs were getting really impatient. He ordered, "Kill if you can't capture alive." The helicopter adjusted instantly. They began indiscriminately spraying bullets, ripping steel apart. That sign was on the brink of collapse. Right at this very moment, the mercenaries unexpectedly showed a miraculous moment of compassion. The sign remained suspended in mid-air for a brief moment before it ultimately fell, and in the process, it completely smashed the plane into ashes. Thanks to the protagonist Sora, they escaped unscathed, evading both police and mercenaries. They hid all night and found John's place the next day. As soon as John approached the door, the smart butler swung it open. But once inside, he was attacked by his original stunt to find an intruder who looked just like him. The original was shocked but quickly realized John introduced himself. Turns out the original was a super talented designer. He designed tons of amazing things, even the art of John's dreams. But his love for bikes and sports wrecked his body. To get a healthier liver, he cloned John as a stand-in. John invited the original to the TV station to expose the cloning firm's plot, but the original deemed it insane to topple a giant. Until John caught the president on TV claiming he was a clone, which piqued the original's interest. He removed the cloning bracelets, but the moment he turned his back, he sold them out. Turns out, John was the life he paid $5 million for. If the cloning base shut down, he was toast. After the call, he rushed them to move, but Sarah saw the lies in his expression. 3 years together let her read him like an open book. But the arrow was already drawn. John told Sarah to stay while he went solo to the station. Just a few steps out, the Merc's call came in. The Mercs got the heads up just as the original pulled out a gun. John knew it was life or death if caught, so he floored it. He charged toward the copter. The Mercs were too scared to shoot, allowing him to speed away, finding refuge in an abandoned factory. He and the original had a showdown, but the Mercs arrived confused as to who was who. The main entity didn't intend to kill John after all. He still required John's life, and this presented John with a golden chance to fish in troubled waters.